Hello, hello. I'm excited to be bringing you this week's vlog. From here in New Zealand, I'm very grateful to be using my mum-in-law Maxine's office. It's magic on a blustery day like today. So my 5 vegan beginner tips for you. And I have my reference here to make sure I remember all of them in case you're wondering the reason I'm glancing to my right. The first one is pre-planning. We all know it makes sense, and sometimes I kid myself, I simply don't have the time to do it. By golly, it always helps me be really efficient with my time when I do. So pre-planning from recipes, things that I spotted that I want to go for, or maybe shared by a friend, maybe it's something I've actually tasted so I know I like it. So go for tasty options, and this really helps us to like the food we're having when we're in a transition stage. It's really important to encourage ourselves as much as we can, and planning a week in advance is really useful. Even if we shift those recipes around or those food options that we're going to be having that day, the most important ones are dinner and sometimes lunch to plan. But when we've got the anchor of those in, that really helps. So it's making sure we've got those planned and writing our shopping list from that rather than what was it that I needed. I'm sure that was something was it? And then we can also make it cost effective. The next one is taking out of the cupboard anything that doesn't fit with our new food choices, the new way of eating that we're choosing. And that certainly makes a massive difference. We avoid the temptation or confusion. The next one is if we're going out to take a couple of snacks that fit with our new choices with us, because it might be that I've ended up in places before and I'm like, goodness, I really, probably water is going to be my best option. So it's always good to make sure we've got something up our sleeve, literally, or in our bag or in our pocket. And it can be something really simple, like a piece of fruit. A wad of cucumber is always really handy if you're in a place that is going to be cool enough for that piece of cucumber to save and be okay and not go off in the heat, which you can do in the tropics sometimes. Or ideally an organic cucumber, a little one that you don't need to peel. That's a real refresher. It's alkalizing and it's energizing. Very handy to have. The next thing is being cool about it taking time, that transition taking some time to make, rather than I'm there, I've arrived, it happened quickly. Unless, planning plenty of time to do that. I'm a bit of an all or nothing, so I actually made the transition to vegan rapidly, pretty much overnight. Others, we need to take time and allow our bodies to adjust. So yeah, I had the diagnosis, a similar diagnosis to my dad, who died early of a massive heart attack at the age of 50, and I was given 3 years to live unless I took medication every day for the rest of my life. And I decided to go for lifestyle, and one of those was adjusting my approach when it came to food. So that's one of my mentors helped me with that process to be going vegan. And I mentioned give it time. And then the bonus is you'll see a link for about preparing nuts and seeds and legumes before we eat them, and the reason that we do that and how to do that. So there's a wee link there for you, and also a little look inside my book. So Delicious Eating Naturally, that particular book, which gives some really user-friendly, a lot of them are fast, they don't take long, recipes that even the kids enjoy. They fit with most major food allergies as well. So check that out, and I would love to hear from you, as always, with how you're going with the transition. If you have a particular question, I'd love to hear from you.